Grateful for not anything but everything. Every loss I had to take, I took it on the chin. We stood on our 10.
Guys, I hope you guys can see me and hear me. It is praise and worship time, guys.
I believe she slipped in the house. She just slipped in the house. And what she say, ain't nobody gonna do nothing? Y'all just gonna let all this healing sit up at the table. You're gonna let all this joy sit here and you're not gonna put a demand on it. You're gonna let all of this deliverance be sitting at the table. And I know you need him like I need him, but he's not gonna force himself on anybody. He's not gonna catch a case. He's not gonna force himself on you. He's gonna wait on you to open the door and let him in. And you can sit here and act like you don't need him. But I'm crying because the devil thought he had me, but I got it. Let's go. And she began to direct her tears. She began to direct her tears. She's aiming her tears to wet his feet. She's gonna make sure that her tears fall in the right direction. And I want some of y'all to be focused on where your tears are going. Be focused on your worship. Ready? She ready? And then she took her hair down and wiped his feet with her hair. What that mean? You cannot allow your appearance to stop your worship. Oh, y'all ain't gonna say that to me? I need you to get your hair done on Wednesdays so you can be cute up until Sunday. Because when I come in the building, ain't no telling what I'm gonna walk out of here looking with. And I refuse to let a hair stop me from giving God glory. If your eyelashes gonna stop you, put them up in your car. Put them back on after church. Now they gonna say that to me? Don't let no clothes that you can't give God glory in. If your outfit too good, take it off. You got on a Gucci belt, GG. What that stand for? God good. What that stand for? I ain't got no time to say, I'll let nothing stop me from giving God glory. I need you to make sure you're not sitting next to a Pharisee before I go any further. I need you to make sure you sit next to somebody that don't care what anybody think of what they say. I wish I would sit in his house and not give him glory. I'm going to use everything I got on the count of 3. Release a praise right here. 1, 2, 3, go! So I'm going to show you. I'm going to break it down for you. So basically, I told her, bring me a mannequin. And I want the mannequin to be broken up. Because my worship is like this. Don't none of this matter. And I wish somebody would say something to me too. Can I show you what she did with her body? Pay attention. Ready? Let's go. With her feet, she walked into his presence. Her eyes, she identified who he was. With her legs, she knelt in front of him. With her hands, she reached for him. With her tears, she was focused on his feet. With her hands, she dried his feet. With her sacrifice, she blessed him. She opened up everything. She's giving him everything. She's giving him everything. She's giving him everything. Please look at me, to the point that she was so radical with it that Simon began to, the Bible said, and Simon thought, this is deep, look at me, and Simon thought, look at me, if he were a prophet, he would know what kind of woman is touching him. See, it's always the ones that are doing nothing that always have something to say. It's always the ones that don't have a praise that has the audacity to judge your praise. Oh, y'all ain't gonna say that to me. Can I explain you something? Let me tell you something. So in order for those who just sit and don't do nothing, don't say nothing, you just sit here, you just watching, you just looking at us. You can stand, you can kneel, you can walk, you can run, you can dance, you can dance, you can dance, you can dance, you can dance. You might not be able to do like me, but you can be like, you can lay out in the floor, you can clap your hands, you can raise your hands, you can wave your hand, you can open your mouth, you can shout, you can sing, you can speak, you can pray, but to do nothing is not an option. So today I present to you a menu of worship, and I ask you to pick which of these would you like to do to the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. You gotta do something. Give myself away. You have to do something. You have to do something. the music, hold the music. I'm watching some of y'all and you just, bro, I know you cool. I'm not trying to bust your swag either. But you scared somebody gonna look at you? I got you. Turn the lights all the way out. Ain't nobody looking at you but God. Give myself away. Take your cell phone out and turn that light on. Here I am to say that you're mine. Everybody say
Good morning, good morning. Today is a good morning because we are alive to see another day. Thank the Lord for allowing us this amazing day. So I just dropped off all my daycare kids and now I'm on my way to go for a good walk. Me and Thomas, today is our first day of getting me and him getting things in order, like trying to just be productive and walking all the time. But I already been walking. I've been walking ever since the month of September started. I want to tell you guys about my new fast, and yes, I did complete my other fast as not watching vlogs, not watching television, and not listening to radio. So out of the month of August, I may have watched 4 vlogs, and I end up watching Kaylani. So she only had posted like probably in the month of August about 4 vlogs. So I end up watching those vlogs because she's a big part of my life. She helps me. Sometimes you need people in your life to help you. So that's probably the 4 times I messed up. I think I did amazing. And then I was watching Yakim Awakening because he tells you things about healing your body from the natural state, like eating fruits and vegetables, and he helps people cure different diseases. I had to support Kay because behind the scenes, Kay support me in so many ways. Like, I think you need 3 friends in life. I think you need a friend that's gonna encourage you and you encourage them. I also think you need a friend that is doing better than you, so that give you hope, like, to keep going even when you want to give up. And you need that friend, just a regular friend, to be supportive, laugh, cry, pray together. And Kay is there for me. We laugh together, we pray together, we cry together, you know. But she's that friend to help me. Like, I've been having 3 storages, one of them for 2 years. I think I suffer from separation disorder, like something like that. Like, I don't see me separating from my stuff that's been in the storage, knowing I haven't used it in over a year or 2. That's just making a bill. If you add up, you pay $150 for a year. If you add up that you pay $150 for a complete year, let's see. I spent $1,800 on 3 storages. So let me time that time 3. I spent $5,400 on storages. It's something that I could be doing with this money. So Kay told me to just go ahead and sell the stuff, and I was crying because I was like, oh my God, I'm departing with my stuff. I worked so hard for it. I've been doing daycare for 10 years. But basically, if you ain't used the stuff in a year, you don't need it. You're going to get that stuff again. In fact, in a year, things has changed. You're going to get even new modern stuff, pretty more stuff. You got a better vision. You more wiser. But to sit up and pay $5,400 on the storage, it is not bringing in any revenue. It doesn't make sense at all. So I'm in the process of selling a lot of my daycare stuff. Things have been going good in that area. Back to me getting myself together. Me and Thomas, I just called him and see if he want to go for a walk. He agreed. because at first I was working out all the time. This him right now. First I was working out all the time, and now I'm not working out at all. I can feel the difference. I can see the difference in my body, my muscles. When I get up, my legs be hurting. I'm already like getting flabby because I don't eat meat. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everything I say I'm gonna do, I do it. I never would have thought it's finna be a year in November that I haven't ate meat. Yeah, I be dipping and dabbing with the salmon, but that is amazing. I'm 49. I've been eating meat over 40 some years, and for me to just give it up, I gotta pat myself on the back. But me and Thomas, hopefully every day, let me tell him I'm outside. Hopefully every day we could keep this up unless our schedules change, and then we can't do it together. But I would like to put that energy in him to make him do it so he can be healthy and strong, and I could too. I just started a new fast, right? And this fast, yeah, this is my daycare parent. But this fast consists of me not cursing. So I've been cursing so much, baby. I curse like a sailor. I just be making it cute for YouTube, baby. I curse, and every word come out my mouth, the next word is a curse word. I can cuss. I can make a whole sentence with using nothing but cuss words, baby. I am the queen of cursing. So I am working on that because I want to go into rooms and I want to know how to use other words besides that. I want to be able to talk to my parents without a curse word slipping out or something like that, and they be like, oh, that's cool. No, that's not cool. I can't see a teacher cursing. So I gotta align myself up with what God gave me. And another thing, I was giving up on my daycare when that is my sole purpose on earth. You know, you in touch with your job and all that. Something that you're doing is really what you're here for. That's like your purpose. And I believe my purpose here on earth is dealing with kids. So I had to stop with the YouTube for a while to get back in touch with my purpose on being here on earth. So now I'm about to go in our gas station before we do this walk. I'm about to go get me some chips with cheese. I haven't had chips with cheese in over a year. So I'm at the ghetto gas station. Let me show y'all how our ghetto gas station sells shit with cheese. But let me call my parent back in Thomas, and then we're going in the gas station. And then we're going on this healthy walk, y'all. So let me hurry up and get the chips, cheese, and me, and then healthy walk. And I guess I won't be having none for a while since I haven't had it for a year, but I want to. Bye.
But you get real on a pill and I like it. You just like my sidekick. I just want to ride, fulfill all your desires. Keep you in the front.
Okay, guys, like I told y'all, I was going to the gas station to get some chips with cheese. I just want to tell you about this gas station. He care about the people. He don't sell any pork in our neighborhood. He don't sell beef. All he sell is turkey meat. He sell, let me show y'all. Let's give you a good glimpse of what I mean. Like he got chicken franks, turkey lunch meat. He sell yogurt, fruit. He put the good stuff in the neighborhood. He not just here for money. He's here because he could have all the bad things in his gas station, because that's what sells. We quick to bad things that ain't good for us. Not just you, me as well. But if you come into this gas station to get your lunch meat, you will be eating some healthy lunch meat, and I like that. So I'm gonna let him wave and say hi to you guys, and you're gonna see me get my chips with cheese. Hi to my friend.
I know she's too humble. You know, she's the sweet one. People like her is why we come here. But you know, you're always welcome to come.
Love it. Okay, can I get some chips with cheese? Just because you in a low, what you call it, like a low income environment, doesn't mean you have to be treated low. Treated with the utmost respect. He have dignity and class. It makes you have it as well. See you guys on this walk. Okay, guys, I got my chips with cheese. But I met this young man. He has an amazing accent. Let him say something, y'all. Where you from, babe?
I'm from Belize, Central America.
I feel like let me let the window up. I feel like working out, it helps with something spiritual because you are walking like in nature. So I really think that's something with you and your higher power, whatever you may call them. I call them God. And I think it's really you getting some time. It might I know it's something with spiritual, right? And I also know that, let me put this up here. I also know that it's nature walk and it's healing. It's put vitamin D in your body. It helps your brain.
You mind dumping.
Yes, and then you when you walk, you picture things that you want to do in life. You think about, oh man, now I can start this business, or maybe I can go to this job. It's helping your health. It's helping your heart, your lungs. It's helping your motor skills. It's helping like your whole body function, your immune system. It's cleansing your lungs out. Like, it is so important. So even if you don't go, I got this camera all type of crazy. Even if you don't go to the gym,
you need to go for a walk.
You need to go for a walk. So I'm extending this to you guys. My camera is jumping all over the place. I don't know. I got to get a new thing. But I really believe, I just was talking about, like, you need 3 friends. Not just total of 3. Don't take it wrong. You can have 1 billion friends, right? But I think you need 3
true friends.
True friends. I think you need a friend that's doing better than you.
Yep.
You need that. You need somebody to look up to. Don't let it just be you everyone look up to, because you're not going to go any further.
Right.
You're going to start patting yourself on the back. You're going to be happy with doing the bare minimum.
Right, exactly.
But if you see someone else, like I just met a girl the other day, I was trying to sell her some of my daycare stuff. She owned 4 daycare centers. She owned 3 after school programs. She had 4 20-seat vans. Her husband have 3 used car lots. So I asked her, could she be like a mentor to me? And guess what? She's 20-something years old. I'm 49. It doesn't matter about the age. You need someone to look up to. Maybe you can look up to your favorite YouTuber. Like Peyton, she motivates me. She make me want to go into Louis Vuitton. She make me get up out the bed instead of feeling like, now, not today, I'm not going to pick the camera up. No, I'm going to pick this camera up. This is going to be revenue. This is going to change me and my family and anyone I come in contact with. Life. Like, that lady was so inspiring. She made me get back in tune with my daycare. She made me love it again. Sometimes you can stop loving your gift.
Right, exactly.
It's my gift to take care of kids. I cannot get away from the gift that God put in me. That is my gift.
And that's the key. You just said it. It's the gift. Some people lead by titles. Some people lead by the notoriety of doing things, and look at me, and they're gonna pat me on my back. But when you lead by your gift, the seed of a gift is gonna spark another person's gift to move forward. You're not gonna be motivated by that, catching that bag, get that money.
Come on now.
Look at people look at me achieving, and they say they got it going on. That's a state of falsehood, and that's a state of putting yourself in a pitfall where you're gonna get caught in your own self vainglory, and you're not gonna move forward. Once you pat yourself in the back, then what's the next motivation or next step you're gonna go to? I done pat myself on the back, I feel good. But that is only to get you to encourage you to the next level. And sometimes we get caught up in that visual.
Yeah, and we get caught in that pat on the back.
Yeah.
We get caught up in, I get caught up in somebody like, oh, did you see Tasha? She just got a bus.
Yeah.
Did you see Tasha? She just was able to go buy the name brand clothes, and she's able to go to any club, jump on any flight. Did you see Tasha? No, but all the time, Tasha's heart ain't where it needs to be. Tasha's spirit ain't where it needs to be. I went behind closed doors. I cry. I'm broken. Something in me spiritually is not right. It's not fulfilled. All the money in the world cannot buy this fulfillment that I need. And I had to decrease. I literally had to stop watching TV. I literally was trying to be like everybody else instead of being myself. God created us in the image of him, and each one of us is different. You can have a twin and y'all don't share the same fingerprints. So therefore, we all have our own purpose being here on earth. And I wasn't tapping into my purpose no more. Like I know for a fact my purpose is kids. I get the kids who might have been abused. Some of the kids who probably mama smoked weed when they were pregnant with them, that they could barely talk and they're 4. They suffer from speech impediment because of drugs. I'm very well familiar with that because of my upbringing. So
you get the black sheeps.
I get the black sheeps of the daycare.
Because God can lead you to the sheeps, but people, you have to have a special gift, and I'm learning that, to have the black sheeps. The black sheeps are the people that's thrown away. People don't want to deal with. People don't want to take the time to be patient, take the time to be understanding, take the time to be loving, and operate out of the gift of the Spirit that God says that when he says of all these gifts, love is the greatest of these all, and he breaks those down. But if you are so adapt to get, and it could be spiritual, it could be religious, it could be even what the society say you're supposed to do. You can get caught up into, okay, this is what the image, or we're gonna be the power couple, we're gonna be this,
yes,
and glorify us and say, oh, I want to be like them, versus saying, you know what, that's good.
Thank you, but
at some point, that the people that God really came to help out are the black sheep, and those are the ones we don't want to do because it's too hard and it's too difficult, or it's gonna pull me from where I sit on my perch.
Come on, on my throne.
On my little perch that I put some pictures. So I'm gonna have to get down off that. And that's the one thing God has just been grinding.
Fires like you. You take care of the black sheep.
Yeah.
So let's be honest.
Trust me.
You take care of the black sheep as well.
And trust me, I've been questioning God for the last 2.5 questioning, are you sure I'm the person? And every time I say question, there's a stop, a momentum, so until you get your thought pattern together. I already said these are the persons you're gonna work with. I told you that almost 20-30 years ago, you're gonna be working with the black sheep. I even gave you visions about it. Until you relinquish what you think is gonna be and give it to me, you're gonna be in that stagnant place. And I've just got to a point, I just, okay, if that's what it is,
that's what it is.
That's what it is. And even with dealing with people, I work with people with mental illness, substance abuse issues. And I used to work with another group in organizations. And in dealing with that, I could see how these individuals could be used for billing, used for getting medication, and or building something else off their plight. And that my heart is not in that, and there were wars against that. So because I don't do that, I make sure they okay, and in turn, and that's not to make me look like a martyr, in turn financially, that's really a difficult thing for me.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it'll keep you on a budget.
It does. It keeps you on a budget. It learns you how to spend money wisely.
But you won't see the financial benefits that somebody else who's doing it for money will.
Right.
Because you're doing it from the heart, because that's what God gave you. That's a gift. You fix them, the meals you fix them, Thomas, the way you treat them. The meals that Thomas fixed them, it's like Thanksgiving meals, daily. Like the way he talks to them, the way he teaches them, it's amazing. It's a lot of people starting daycares. It's a lot of people starting group homes. It's a lot of people opening up shelters for the beneficial reason, it's from the heart. Some people out here are beating on the elderly, bruising them, breaking their arms, letting them get bed sores, letting the kids who can't talk wear a diaper to it, hang to their knees until the parent finna come pick them up. Don't teach them. Like, it's not in it for love. It's not in it for the right reasons. So maybe I won't be the person that can afford the Gucci, the Louis, but I will be the person that will be recommended by everybody who leave my daycare, because I'm going to treat you with the utmost respect. Some days we might do tussle in the grass and lose respect for each other, me and the parent. I'm not going to get on here and post sugar on boo-boo.
Right.
Sometimes me and my parents didn't see eye to eye, but we sat down that day we did tussle. The next day we come back, we slept on it. No, she don't want to leave my daycare. No, I don't want her to leave.
Right.
Because in reality, I really see me in her. I see me, the sarcastic one. I see me when I was young, pulling up a little, probably intoxicated, like, get my baby why my baby you know. I always was the black sheep myself. So really, I'm just looking in the mirror, and we forgive each other. And guess what? They be in my daycare for years. I had my daycare for 10 years, and I still have one family that been there the whole entire 10 years. And I kept trying to get away from my gift because I want to go to Atlanta so bad, because I feel Chicago is so rough. But the same God that's in Atlanta is here in Chicago. And I'm clothed in he's covered me in the same coat. Who did he get a coat to? Was it David?
That was Joseph.
I'm covered in the same coat he gave to Joseph. But I'm going to turn it back to Thomas so he can make his point.
Yeah, I'm talking about Joseph. Yeah, Joseph is the one person I identified. Well, I remember when I first got saved and everything, and there was this lady. I used to work at Venture. I was a manager, and this is back at the point where when I was made a manager of a store, and this was in Maryville, Indiana, that they had to keep it quiet because the whites there was upset because they made me manager. But while I was there was this elderly Caucasian lady who was just old, saved, and everything, and she used to always call me Joseph. She's like, I don't know why I keep calling you Joseph. I know your name is Joseph. And then one day she came, she said, you're just like Joseph. You're going to go through the things that Joseph did with. And then when she started saying, I knew what Joseph went with. His family threw him, sold him. His father loved him. The family sold him into slavery. He left from slavery, went to Potiphar's house, then got accused of rape. Then he got thrown in prison.
Jail.
Then once he was in jail, he ran the prison while he was there. But then there was a baker who knew he was in jail, knew he didn't do the deed. What happened was could have told Pharaoh that he was in jail and let him out, but for 2 years this man knew he was in there, didn't do nothing, and kept his mouth shut. Then when the famine came, or the dream came, Joseph was the person who only had the gift to tell everybody what else needed to do, even though he did not have the qualifications, he did not have the mindset that people thought he had, but God had developed him into where he needed to be at. So Joseph is a person that I really identify with. But Joseph had to go through.
Remember, he ended up, what he did, ran the whole world.
He ended up being, basically, he ended up running Egypt. He became what they would consider a prime minister of Egypt.
So you ain't got to have the best education in the world.
God would prepare
Use
you.
your gift. Moses couldn't even talk. He talked with a stutter. Steve Harvey couldn't even talk. He talked with a stutter. Bishop T.D. Jakes couldn't even talk. He talked with a stutter. And here they are right now today being used by God on different platforms to spread his word. Because one thing I'm going to tell you about Steve Harvey and that T.D. Jakes, they're going to tell you about God. And they ain't going to let you pat them on the back for what they doing. They're going to give the glory to where it belongs. And that's to God.
And the thing about Steve Harvey and Bishop T.D. Jakes, but they would tell you the truth about who they were as a man.
Talk.
And they flaws as a man. Most people would say, oh, this what happened, this is who I am, this how God made me, and that. They would say, in spite of what God has given me, even with people going against Steve Harvey now, that's just a ploy to say he's not perfect. Steve Harvey would be the first one to say, I'm not perfect. Steve Harvey would be the first one to say, I don't know how I did it. Steve Harvey would be the first one who cursed and say, I don't give a damn about this. And some people say, because it's not a society, social, what they call political, playing political politics of making yourself look good in society and coming across as being great and articulate. That only gonna get you so far. But the realness and being who you are and the flaws in everybody and claiming them and giving to God, that's what got those that's what people love about the sincerity of Steve Harvey and T.D. Jakes. It's not, and through that is how they were built. And people forget the days when Steve Harvey said, I was homeless.
He said, I slept
in my car. I did this. T.D. Jakes could tell you where that was not his vision to be to develop the part of the house, and how he fought against God, and how he talked about I had a stutter. I couldn't talk with people.
I had on holy shoes. They
and-
talk about my shoes.
Yeah. And now he's where God has built him up, and everything he has is, many people say, oh, part of how should we do this? No, God built that up. And then when you humble yourself completely, and go through those trials, that's when God can develop you. Say, okay, you still gonna glorify me. And that's a lot of time. That's the part that we have to get to. I'm gonna say something I know that's controversial. I think God is now testing we saw called Christians, people of the gospel, people who call themselves evangelicals. You have people coming from Mexico, immigrants.
Talk to me,
And
guys.
a lot of people.
I just spoke to this about them.
A lot
immigrants.
of people are saying, oh, not in my backyard, especially Christians. And I keep going back
Come
to
on, Thomas.
Sodom and Gomorrah. And it sounds like two cities, but I'm going to study it a little bit more. But one of the people, they always talk about, oh, it's a sexual part that got them in trouble. No, it was their haughtiness or their I'm better than you attitude, and I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to take you. And what they developed was a system where they kept people out of that city. Well, if you go there, you know, those guys going to rape you. And those was men who were soldiers who said, let's do the most horrible thing to man so they know not to come here. But we forget what has happened, how they got to be. And they say, oh no, you got to preach this, you got to preach that. No, this is part of, are we going to follow what the Bible said? We see these people are coming from a country, no matter what's going on in that country, they fleeing to come here.
That's what I just talked about.
Are we going to take care of them?
Yes.
Are we going to make excuses and say, well, you know, praise God, God is going to help them who help himself? That saying that we always say comes from Benjamin Franklin. God help those who help themselves. That's a Benjamin Franklin. That's not even biblical.
In the Bible, right.
That's not even in the Bible. So we are in a position, I really think that God is just doing that right now. Say, okay, United States, y'all been hollering about y'all Christians and evangelical. Let's put that to test.
Y'all supposed to do better than them. We supposed to have more money than them.
Yeah.
Are you going to help them?
We're just going to take it for ourselves.
Somebody, do you want them here? They still a human being. They human with kids.
And as much as I understand the political side of it, the financial side of it, God is just like in my spirit. I'm like, okay, God, that is really on me. And that means that's something deeper than just the visual part of it. We're going to push them and hide them somewhere else, because we always wants them.
Come on, Thomas.
We always wants them.
This our United States. Nah,
United in mess.
What?
So, you know, I look at that, even in Chicago. Why were those people, there's certain cities in in the United States, they send them to. Oh, you all say y'all a sanctuary city, or y'all want to help those people. Okay, let's test that theory out. Sometime the devil will come and say, okay, are you say who you say you are? And then put us in a test to see what it is. And those who claim to be that, we got to put up or shut up.
I feel like this. Look how the people came from New Orleans. They came to Chicago, Texas. I keep hitting so many bumps. I just want to park because they're making a camera jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so think about how the levees broke, right? And in New Orleans, and how what was that when the leg got in the water? What was that? Remember the leg? Michigan, Flint City.
Yeah, Flint City. Yeah.
So those people came from near and far, right? Because guess what? They didn't want to live like that. So what make you think somebody, if they in Mexico and they feel like they come to the United States to live better, just because the color of the skin doesn't matter? It's their character. They're coming over here to they're coming over here making Chicago look better, baby. I told y'all on my last vlog, they got them yards looking good. They'll get up there and make a whole new roof. Baby, they not coming over here hurting nobody. It's our own people. It's our people.
And this new slogan we got that came maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, America First. That sounds good in theory, but that almost sounds like us first and God second. You know,
That don't even sit right.
That don't even sit right with me. America first. What does that mean? Well, we're gonna be first. We're gonna put ourselves first. I said, well, what? And even with me, I sit with that and think about that's what God. We're supposed to be first. You said you was gonna make us the head and not the tail. Blah, blah. So I could take the scripture in my head and make it sound right. But then as I sit down, the Holy Ghost will say, okay, well, didn't I say if you lift me up before for men to see me, then I make you ruler. So if we make it America first, where does God fit in it? And you can't say America first and God bless that. Nah, that's bless my mess. We all know how to, even me. God, I want to do this. I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I want this. He said, okay, but you got to do this first. You got to do this, and that first. Then when you do what I say do, then if that's in my will, I would consider it. Or if it is in my will, then that would come in due time when you can handle the responsibility, when I know that you're going to do it put me first and not
dignity and respect.
Yeah, and lead by your gift and not your talents. And that's the thing, God, like I said, that's the one thing God has been working on, and lead by your gift. Don't worry about if you got money. Don't worry about who likes you. Don't worry about if people don't agree with it. It's all in his will. I needed this, Tasha.
I needed too. And then how do you feel? How do you guys feel about they took prayer out of the schools? Okay, so when I was coming up, we used to say we used to put God in it, like one nation under God, indivisible, to the republic which stands. How'd it go? But we used to put God in it. They took some of these things out of the schools. Now the schools are having mass shootings, stuff like that. So just like my life, when I took God out of, for someone it's not them. Your life is not my life. But for me, I have to go to church. I know it's the building. I know that, but I have to be around people who fellowship. Just like I love to go to the club and drink, because I could drink at home, but I like to be around people who doing it because I fellowship with them. So just like every time once I take the church up out of it, right? Next, I'm not reading my word.
Right.
Next, I'm not getting on my knees praying. Next, I'm not getting up in the morning praying. Next, I'm listening to people telling me it's not a Jesus. Next, I'm listening to people telling me, how is it a Jesus? It wasn't a J in the Bible yet. In the alphabets yet. Next, now people don't even want to have conversations about God. So guess what? God is leaving the earth. And we're getting. Go ahead, baby.
And also, you gotta be careful on how they explain God to you, because America is built on, no matter how well we are doing better, and that's not to say we're going to get better. Some things America's built on the foundation of racism or white supremacy. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, what does that mean? As you study and get a better understanding of it and see how it is, you see it. There was a point, the slave Bible was created before 1807. If you understand that before that happened, there was a group of people that got together who wanted to comply with the power struggle of white people being in power. Does not mean everybody's just into that, but there was a lot of people that believed that. But what happened was, when that becomes the structure of God, that's taken out and replaced with my power to replace with God's power. And when you get to that point, you become your own Holy Ghost. You become your own spiritual leader of what you think it is. And sometimes the structure of evangelical that's going on today is coming through a power of godliness that's not him. Now, I'm not just saying that, and we're not going to split here with black people, Hispanic people. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the power that's to be. So when you really start seeking God, think about it. I look at it like this. Every time I have that struggle or that understanding, I say, okay, well, the children of Egypt, and the Hebrew people, that God said, let my people go. That was a power struggle back then, that Pharaoh wanted to be in power, that the people look at him, look at the development that he did, and glorify what was given him. Even though they had gods, even though they said this, that wasn't a God that built that place. And when people get to that point where it's about them and not God, and cover it from a standpoint of me, America first, then God, that's where that's happened. So you have to break all that down and just say, God, just break it down to the simplisticness. And that's what he's doing with me, in the simplisticness. This is not about black or white. It's about a power struggle that people are using God to infiltrate what their ideal of God should be, what he looks like, how he moves, and not saying that everybody can be blessed from that point.
Okay, guys, Thomas phone start breaking, so we finna start this walk, but cover yourself with friends who want you to love God. But let us hang up now.
Coming to you live from the city of Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
So what it do, young nigga? 100.
I am on a 24-hour champagne diet, spilling while I'm sipping. I encourage you to try it. I'm probably just saying that cause I don't have to buy it. The club owner supply it. Boy, I'm on that fly shit. I am with everybody in my past. Don't want me to be, guess what? I made it. I'm the motherfucking man. I just want you to see, come take a look. Get a load of this nigga. Quit frontin' on me, don't come around and try and gas me up. I like running on E. I'm on my Disney shit, goofy flow. On records, I'm Captain Hook, and my new car is Rufio. Damn, where my roof just go? I'm somebody that you should know.
Okay, guys, so the Chicago news people is out here. Look, behind me. They are doing they're making a video about this guy. His name is B-Jack. The other day he was on a boat. You see all the boats, I just showed you the boats. And everybody, when it be nice, everybody be sliding off their slides on their jet skis, jumping in the water, right? But this water is 45 feet deep and deeper. And he is a representative for Nike. He done met Michael Jordan. He's a great person for Chicago. And he's been missing. His name is B-Jack. He's been missing for about a few days now. So the news is out here reporting on that. And Saturday, everybody's supposed to come out. I'm not sure if they're going to pray or are they going to have scuba divers. I'm not sure what they're going to have. But it's trying to find B-Jack. So you can look it up on Instagram. It's B-Jack, that's his name. And I'm just right here praying that he come home nice and safe. If he's unalive, he still needs to be found for he could have a proper home going for his family. So prayers to B-Jack family. And you guys, please be careful in the water. I know we all get hot and we can't wait for the summer and to have a good time. But if you can look behind me, sometimes these waves and this current, it could get a little rough, guys. So while having fun, be safe, please. Bye. Can you tell my channel where you from?
Oh, I'm from West Africa, Ghana.
Hey,
Yeah,
how long you been here?
Oh, I've been here for a minute.
I've been
here since 1985.
Good, and you still got your accent.
Oh,
that's
I
from
hold
God.
on to it.
Yes,
I hold on to it.
God.
When I tell people this. I say that, I am the connection, right, between the past and the present.
Yep.
The diaspora.
Yeah.
I'm the true definition of it. When I tell people I'm African American, like yeah. No, I'm like no.
I'm African American.
I'm African American.
Come on now.
America made me, Africa born me.
Come on now. I love it.
I always tell people this. I'm like, I am American made, Ghanaian born.
Right.
I was like, without America, I won't be what I am today.
Right.
I said, I know the nature of America. I know her underbelly. I know her underbelly. Now I've solidified her true nature.
That's it.
Now that I know that, there's no veil no more.
Come on. And nothing can hold you back either.
Oh, hell no. No. The old ways of doing new things, right? I don't peep that shit now. You know, the whole idea is that, oh, we're gonna destroy everything. Motherfucker, destroy shit. I got another place to go. And the people that are connected to me, come on, yo. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know? I ain't gotta be here to make money no more. I ain't gotta be here to make money, especially me and the kind of work that I do as a technologist.
Yeah. You can make money all around the world.
I can make money. Where the fuck? I can be on the fucking boat out there making my money. Right. You know? And I wish other black folks, who I don't care if they want to call themselves black, African American, which I think that getting caught on categories and fucking isms.
We just was talking about that.
On categories and fucking isms, right? It's another new ways of doing old shit. Another new ways of doing old shit. So until people of color step the fuck back and say, whoa, what is my children's lives gonna look like? What is that gonna look like? What am I doing to have some level of assurity that when I'm about to die, I can say, God, you know, I tried my best.
And I left something for them.
I left something. I left something. All this bullshit about blame this and all that bullshit, right? You know, when you truly think about it, they always talk about, oh, this person is too rich. Oh, this person got so much money. All this, all that. Why don't you pay yourself first? Have you ever asked yourself that? Why don't you pay yourself first before you pay debt? In America, it's good to have debt. You just gotta know how to move it around. There you go. If you have that piece of information, you can sell your debt to the fucking highest bidder. Why? Because they make money on your shit.
You like the collectors and stuff? What do you mean?
Oh, no. So for instance, let's take it this way. You got a credit score, 750, whatever, right?
Right.
Or even 700, 712. And you got a little money. And you decide to say, you know, I need to offset how much Uncle Sam can take from me. Right. So what do? You go buy a little small joint. It could be $10,000 joint house or whatever in the hood, whatever, right? And you're gonna say that, hey, I'm gonna create a company, and the company gonna own this little joint, right? And since I gotta pay taxes and upkeep and all that shit, right? When it's time to do my taxes, Uncle Sam said I'm in this bracket. Well, Uncle Sam, I'm making money for you because you're taxing me on this shit. So I'm gonna itemize, right? And you and I, we're gonna pay the debt on this shit because I'm giving you money too, right? That's how you manage the shit. That's debt. That's heavy kind of debt.
That's smart.
You know, that's heavy kind of debt. So once you start, first and foremost, we collectively gotta take a step back and say, what exactly do we want? Or better yet, I'm gonna start with me. What exactly do I want? Right. And what am I willing to do to get it? Because the equation stays the same. You want something, you gotta sacrifice. Right. If you don't sacrifice now, you're gonna sacrifice later. And if you start messing with other people and start putting bad vibes out there, that shit gonna come back, right? Because in this world, there's a cycle. If the fucking earth got a cycle, if the fucking sun got a cycle.
How do we exclude you?
If the if the fucking solar system got a fucking cycle, what makes us so damn different?
So we put out good energy.
Yes, unless you know, and in order to be able to have good energy and stay with that good energy, you have to have pillars that you live by. Certain things you will not just do.
Talk to me.
You know, for instance, I like to stand on my own 2 feet, look somebody in the eye, and they did me a favor, shake their hand, and I said that I got one for you too, whenever you need it, right? That's a trade, right? That's a human connection.
Yeah. I love it.
You see what I'm saying? And I know that when that person do come, and I fulfill what I told them and shook their hand on, that's integrity. That is currency.
You just was talking about that in the past.
That is currency. Now I can go back to that same person and say, I need your help. They ain't gonna look at me sideways because when they came back and asked me for my hand, I was saying all kinds of shit. That's no currency. But now I got currency with that person. I can go back and ask him. I can add. That's right.
It was good meeting you, and thank you for speaking on my channel.
Oh,
but could you tell them how we just met?
Oh, well, you're walking Lakeshore Drive, Chicago. And I'm walking Lakeshore Drive, Chicago.
Thank you.
You said, brother, I got a question.
There we go.
And we started talking. You said,
Every sense.
You got an accent. I said, oh, snap. Ain't nobody ever said that before, so this lady got a little knowledge I need to peep out.
And you, me and Thomas, been talking.
And I met Thomas here.
And it's a blessing.
And it's a blessing, yes.
She a baddie, she showing her panties. She shaking like jelly. 100 bands of Chanel, but I'm still shaking ass in the deli. With my bitch getting dirty. He like him already. He want the wop, but I just want the Fetty. And I'm back in his partner, I'm petty. Call me that B while he eating my honey. You know niggas love bitches with money. I get a lot. Taking her spot. If you ain't cooking, then get off the pot. My name Ice, but I always stay hot. Passenger princess, he passed me his knock. Baddest little bitch from my block. Me and baddies be getting along, so they always be singing my song. Stepping outside, I'ma put that shit on. 300 and then I'll perform. You know I'ma get to the bag. Or the hating bitches to the back. Too much to lose, so I cannot react. Damn bitches be going outside. She a baddie, she showing her panties. She a baddie, she showing her panties. She shaking like jelly.
What's goody, y'all? What's goody? So I ain't been on here in a few days. I had a lot going on in them few days. Cause y'all see me, cause it's kind of dark. I had a whole lot going on in them few days, right? Like, I'm trying to get rid of this debt. Like, I'm so far in debt. I'm like, I gotta go look in the mirror. Like, do you recognize who you are? Like, how you accumulating so much debt? Past debts catching up with me. Like, sometimes you gotta take a step back. Well, let me talk about me. I think I gotta take a step back and go look in the mirror. Like, do you really know who the F you is? How is it that you out here you making it paycheck to paycheck? How? You ain't hustling hard enough. Or maybe you ain't getting it's something I ain't doing right that I need to be doing. So that's what I've been doing. I've been getting rid of some debt. Been trying to let go, because I got 3 storages, so I'm trying to let go of one. I've been selling some of my old daycare furniture. That's really was hard on me too, to separate from my daycare furniture. I must got that energy. Like, it's hard for me to let go of stuff because I'm not using it. The daycare furniture been in storage over a year. Today I sold one of my slides, and I could have been sold this stuff. I've been paying on this stuff over a year. Can't use it. I felt broken hearted, like the part with it. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it felt like I really hated to depart with it, right? My feelings was hurt, tears in my eyes. It was the man who bought it for him and his wife, and they got twin girls and another 5-year-old girl. I was blessed that they bought it. Didn't complain. Came, did it. We did the sale easily. It was a bittersweet, because it was so sweet to know that a family was going to enjoy it. He said they just moved up here from out of town. So that was the good part about it. You know what I'm saying? But in life is life, and life is still moving. So it's time for you to keep moving. Like, don't keep paying on that. I added it up. 3 storages, right? That's how much I'm spending on storage. Stuff I haven't used in a year or two. So let me show you. See how much that is. Okay, so this I pay $450 a month for 3 storages, right? Let me see about a year. This is how much I pay in 1 year on storages. So what about the storage I had for 2 years? That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's a lot of money on storage for some that I'm not using. If the clothes been in the storage over a year, I know if I go in there, I'm like a hoarder. I'm gonna go pick out. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna throw this. Here you go. I'll be like, oh, okay, y'all, I'm finna look at him. He over there looking at me like I'm crazy, y'all. I'm sorry, sir. You think I'm crazy? So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna get this away to the Goodwill. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna keep this. Then I'll be like, Okay, I'm gonna give this away to the Goodwill. I'm gonna keep this. Like, I don't know how to just let go. Let it go, girl. Let it go. Just let it go. And it kind of felt good, too. Not just because I sold it to a family, right? It felt kind of good, like a weight was lifting up off me. Like I was all the way down here. Look at me, y'all. I was all the way down here in debt. Now, I'm sitting around writing down my debts so I can get up out of debt. And I paid off a big debt today. So now I'm like this. So once I get a couple of more debts up off me, I could probably sit up straight. Because at this point, I need to look in the mirror like, do you know who you is, boo? How is you sitting around in debt? People is flourishing. Everybody is flourishing in life. You need to be flourishing. The world is evolving. Like, no, you cannot be in motion, but backwards motion or something. You see what I'm saying? So I've been doing that though. I feel like I'm halfway sit up. And I guess I can get back into the groove of thing of making videos, because when you like in a financially like debt or financial situation, or even you probably don't even always be in debt, like you making it to check the check, it's like it's hard for me to be like, what can I really vlog about? I can't go nowhere. So I'm like, let me just get on here and tell my truth. I can't go nowhere to make a good video like I would like to make. You know what I'm saying? So, and before this scene right here, you seen me, Thomas, and we met a man. He was from Belize, and we was, you know, walking outside, getting our exercise. So I was trying to get back in the pace of doing that. I've been doing that since the first, walking every day. So that's a good thing too. So I'm probably sitting up like this now. I probably ain't like that. You feel me? Because I've been doing that too. I've been at peace. It's something about when I be going walking. Me and God, it make me feel like a breath of fresh air. Like, it's gonna be okay, boo. This ain't your first. Get down low, get down low, get down low, all the way to the floor. How low can you go? Can you get down low? Can you get down low? Low, low, low. But now it's time to get back up. Get up, get up. But yeah, so I feel much better though, you know. I feel much better though. When I be going walking, it's something, it feel like it's a spiritual cleansing. So not only was I in debt, I had to spiritually cleanse. Like, I had to get me together. You feel me? Look in the mirror like, boo. Get up. Get on up. So yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all that I got a phone call. So most likely, if I don't end the vlog right here, we got into something. But I really just want to come on and tell y'all what a sister been going through, baby. Making it paycheck to paycheck, you hear me? Shoot. Sometimes, probably trying to budget the money so I could get the working back. I really probably ain't grabbing what I really want to eat. But at the same time, I've been watching my diet really good. So everything look like it could be like a flaw. Then it come back like a blessing. Like, boo, you eating healthier. You getting a little rest. You resting your mind. Because I already had tried to do the 30-day. You remember? Like, no TV, no music. So that was giving me some rest. Sometimes, well, I need to rest because I be in motion. Probably ain't good motion. Probably going backwards motion. But I be outside. I be in motion. I be trying to make stuff happen. But I don't be that low though. I ain't gonna keep on like saying it like how I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
Guys, I'm sorry to inform you that B Jack was found. God bless.
To take, I took it on the chin. We stood on our 10.